Welcome to Where You Live on Shaw TV. Now, if you love coffee, this is going to be a great show for you. I'm here with Jamie Nichols. Now, you are roast master and owner of Rosencrantz Roasting Company. Now, first of all, Jamie, where are we right now?
We're in my roastery, which is outside of my home. We've converted an old garage into a roastery, and this is what I do all day, every day.
So, did you love coffee? Is that why you started roasting? Like, how did that start? How did you start being a roast master?
Many years ago, I was roasting for a friend of mine, and I went away and came back, but I started to really love coffee when I was up north. And then the coffee that I was buying became too expensive, so I looked at home roasting, and then home roasting turned into a small commercial venture, then it turned into a bigger commercial venture, and now it's a full-time occupation.
Well, that's great, especially you're doing something you love.
Absolutely.
Now,
that's the slogan of our business, is love the coffee you drink and drink the coffee you love.
It's a great slogan. Now, I'm a tea drinker. I don't drink coffee. So
no shame.
Okay, thank you. Let's start with, what is coffee?
Coffee is actually a berry that is grown on trees. It is then husked or processed in certain different ways, then is dried, brought here, and then it's roasted as a bean. They call it a bean, but it's really the pit of a cherry, and then we roast it, and then you filter it through ground it up and filter it through hot water, and voila, coffee.
So why are there so many different types of coffee then?
Different types of coffee come from a whole bunch of different ways of processing the coffee, different ways of brewing the coffee, different origins of the coffee, different blends of coffee. There are so many variations that you can do in coffee. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable we can actually do any sort of continuity in coffee. It's amazing.
Well, and what is this behind us here?
This is my roaster. This is a 3-kilogram roaster from North Coffee Equipment. And it will produce about 5.5 pounds of coffee at a time. And we do that, again, all day, every day.
Wow, that's incredible. And you've been doing this, you said, as a full-time job for about a year. What do you love? What's your favorite thing that you love about what you're doing?
I love how it evolves. Coffee, very much like wine, it changes over the harvest. It changes from year to year, even from estate to estate. So if you go to the different farms, you'll find a different flavor coming from a different farm that is right next door to another farm. I love the variability. I love the changes. It's just fun to try to experiment with it. I think you have to be a bit of a nerd to be at this part of the. So I love that whole aspect. And actually, I love the smell of roasting coffee too. I think that's really what turned me on to it first.
Well, like I said, I don't drink coffee, but I walked in here and I said, oh, I love the smell, because I do love the smell of coffee brewing, and the smell in here is incredible as well. I just can't drink the stuff. But let's talk.
We'll try. We'll get you there.
Okay. Let's the name of your company is Rosencrantz. Now that's a very interesting name. Where did you come up with the name?
One of my favorite movies is Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, so it was really evolved from that whole concept of just having that, incorporated into the business. But mostly we chose that name because people will ask that question. While we are Thunder Bay, and we're proud of being in Thunder Bay, and we're proud of the local market, we want people to ask questions. We want to engage people in coffee, and one of the first things is, where did you get the name? Mm-hmm. And so it allows us to start a conversation about it.
Conversations you must have about coffee, because I know some people just go to the grocery store and they go buy some coffee, you put it in a coffee maker and have a cup of coffee. The conversations you must have with people must be so interesting.
Absolutely. The big thing is the big reason that I started this company is to try to educate people on having a better cup of coffee. And that starts with the purchasing of the coffee, and then it goes all the way to how you brew it and where you can purchase it and so on. So there's a whole host of different things that we try to incorporate into the business and the education side of things.
How did you learn about it?
Mostly self-taught. I've gone on some courses, but mostly it's a lot of reading and just a keen interest in what's going on in the industry.
Well, I know I'm looking forward to this show because I need to learn a lot about coffee apparently, and we're going to be talking to you about roasting, how to buy coffee, how to make coffee, all throughout the show. So we'll be right back with more with Jamie Nichols.